with her old family.
A complaint filed with the Nevada Attorney General's office has accused 4 university regents of violating the state's open meeting law. The alleged meeting occurred earlier on this month, is related to that ongoing turmoil involving a shocking audit of the UNR Medical School, first revealed by the I-Team. George Knapp has the story.
Fewer than 24 university officials were ever allowed to see the results of this confidential audit conducted in 2016. It's no wonder UNR didn't want it to happen. It uncovered evidence of massive billing problems and lack of oversight at the medical practice UNR operated in Southern Nevada for years. Internal emails show UNLV med school officials wanted to report allegations of outright fraud to federal authorities, but were told by UNR to butt out. University staffers have been told by lawyers they still can't say anything about the audit.
Are you able to talk about that, or can you confirm that it exists?
I will just say that I can't really talk about it, but I can say that we did an audit in order to be ready to take over the practice.
After the I-Team revealed some of the audit results, federal officials contacted UNR to demand more information about overbilling. UNR confirms it already had to repay around $129,000 for overbilling Medicare and Medicaid. More payments could be in the future. None of this has ever been discussed by the Board of Regents, or rather, it's never been discussed in an open meeting. That does not come as a surprise to some UNLV donors.
They don't want to have any meetings face-to-face, but they clearly have meetings amongst themselves, which I think would be in violation of the open meeting law.
UNLV supporters and staffers have long whispered that an activist group of 4 or 5 regents controls the board and routinely makes policy decisions behind closed doors, excluding even other regents on the 13-member board. Now the I-Team has learned a formal complaint about one such meeting has been filed with the Attorney General. The complaint alleges the violation occurred following a special meeting of the board back on May 4th. Eyewitnesses say that when the official meeting ended, a group of 4 regents met in secrecy, 2 in person and 2 by phone. The complaint identifies the 4 as Chairman Kevin Page, Vice Chair Jason Geddes, former Chair Rich Trachok, and Regent Mark Dubrava. They allegedly discussed ways to move money out of some UNLV budgets in order to fund the construction of the UNLV Med School building. It would be illegal for 4 regents to meet together to discuss official business. So, did it happen? We called all 4 to ask. Page, Geddes, and Dubrava never returned our calls. Rich Trachok told us, quote, he's not aware of any such meeting and that he wasn't part of it. It will be up to the Attorney General's office to determine if the allegations can be proven. George Knapp, 8 News Now.
And the full details included in the complaint are not yet public, but will be released if or when the Attorney General rules there is enough evidence to proceed. We'll have more details as they become available.